Yo, check it. Alright, y'all, so we got the weekly outlook and prediction. This video is obviously not financial advice. We'll be looking at the charts, facts, and data for AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and much, much more. Make sure you watch the end of the video to get the entire context. We're going to be talking about AMC and the coming yes or no vote that is going to be coming here soon. And we're talking about the dilution that just recently happened, Roy Kitty's tweet, and much, much more. So let's go ahead and hop in the charts, facts, and data. Let's go.
All right, guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. You already know what it is. So interesting. I watched Tony DiNero's video, and we seen how he was talking about a few key points of the dilution, how they were selling shares to Goldman Sachs. If you missed the live stream, maybe you should check that out. But basically, Goldman Sachs could potentially have 15 million shares to vote for yes. They're running out of shares for dilution. So they're going to need more shares for dilution, and they're going to come up with a vote, and they're going to be asking you guys, can we sell shares or not? And you're going to have to vote yes or no, and we're going to have the yes voters and the no voters, and you're going to have a lot of division in the community, and this is all coming up soon. So I want you guys to be aware of this. Now, in this video, I'm going to mostly focus on the charts, but I wanted to give clarity of what people were saying by zero shares. Now, also we had, again, this has been a different type of dilution, but basically you can see in the news of what's going on with AMC. If you just type in AMC stock news, it will tell you the list of events. Basically, Roaring Kitty tweeted, we got momentum, and then they diluted on the market. Now, you can take different sides of what you think about this and what you think happened. But me personally, what I think happened is shorts were against the ropes, and Adam Aaron once again bailed them out with dilution. Again, you can believe whatever you want, and that could sound crazy to some people, but based off of what I'm looking at every single day as someone who analyzes data, analyzes charts, and is focused on this every single day, I saw a nasty gamma ramp, okay? I trade stocks. I know about trade setups. I saw a nasty trade setup on AMC for AMC to make an explosive move up, and I saw that ruined by dilution. So, again, those are just the facts of the matter. We had a tweet from Roaring Kitty. We had the box office rally because of Thanksgiving box office doing very, very well. And then we had Adam Aaron dilute into that momentum, which seems to be the case every single time. So that's why I say management potentially is not on our side. We see this on GameStop and AMC. Every time we start to get serious momentum and start getting these gamma ramps and starting to get Roaring Kitty tweets, we get dilution. So that is why I come at it from that angle. Now, based off what we see here from the charts, I think that we could see a recovery here. And also, we have to focus on something with AMC because every time we get these at-the-money offerings, we get an initial drop. But once the offering is done, you'll get an 8K filing, which you'll get a recovery. Now, it looks like AMC is already trying to recover on top of that based off of the technicals here on the chart, which could be very, very beneficial because if we start to recover and then get the dilution is over 8K and that drops, we could get another pop to the upside and start to rallying. It looks like AMC actually wants to return back to $5, and the stock is very, very bullish. So we are seeing AMC go more bullish and the dilution take less and less effect. What I'm seeing here for Monday is most likely we'll break back above 475. If we can break back above 475, we could see a push towards 490, and 490 is the last real support and resistance before breaking above $5. And if you look at what's going on here with the options chain, you guys can see that we could have a potential gamma ramp setup this week as well for AMC and GME. I'll go ahead and pop on the options chain here, and you can see that there's a significant amount of activity here at the $5 mark and the $10 mark for these next week options. So you guys can see here, this is the 13th. December 13th, and you can see the options chain absolutely exploding. Look, 900% change here at the 850 call options, $5 call options, 550. So we have another gamma ramp setup here if we can get towards that $5 level here on AMC. And of course, GME's options chain also looking significant as well. We can go ahead and pop that on the screen for you guys just so you guys can see that here for yourself and look at December the 13th. You guys can see that there's a ton of options activity here for GME as well if GME can break above that $30 level. So it's very, very interesting that we have all of this momentum and that we see the shorts actively trying to stop us, but we also see the shorts in a bad place as well because we can see that they have little to no shares. This is why I said the shorts were literally against the ropes. Now you can see that there's only 60,000 shares at time of recording. This could change as early as Monday morning, but basically what we're looking at is a potential recovery here for AMC. Short shares are basically short downwards pressure. If they have less short shares, you're going to have less chance of them shorting into the rallies and less chance of them manipulating the stock. So if they remain with little to no short shares, you could see bullish momentum go to the upside very, very easily. Again, we want to look for the key levels of 475 to be broken. That way we can move towards 490. But if we get back towards 490, we are back in the game for AMC. Of course, I do want to see it back in those ranges because I want to put pressure on the shorts. As somebody that's on your guys' sides that want to see this thing go up so everybody can make bread, I want to see the stock go up, and that's what we need to do to see the stock go up. So I'm constantly telling you guys what we need to see as a technical analyst to see the moves that we want to see. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. I do think we are going to see recovery in a potential green week here for AMC stock, as we did start down low and we'll easily be able to work our way up, giving us a green week for AMC, which is very, very bullish overall, especially with the recent news of dilution. Now, I know some people are like trying to look at different ways to look at this, but basically we did get dilution. And there's no way really around that. What we can do is look forward to what's potentially going to happen. And again, I talked about that in the beginning of the video because they are down to little to no shares ready to dilute. They're going to be looking for a yes or no vote. And that's coming up in the future. But basically, we can prepare for that. And things are starting to get to that time period where it's going to be crazy volatile. And we're back in that zone where anything could happen. Now, you guys can see that GameStop is in a overall falling wedge, which is bullish for a recovery as well. This is also why I think the meme stocks are going to have a good week. And if you go ahead and look at what GameStop did here on the weekly time frame, absolute insanity. 6 green weeks in a row. And I believe GameStop could pull off a 7th. I believe we could see a 7th green week here for GameStop, which would be historical. So I am going to go ahead and lock in a green week for GameStop as well. Guys, you have to, and when in doubt, zoom out. Look, we're right there at those blast off levels. They're doing everything they can to keep us away. And I believe that we are right back in position and we're back in the game to see these stocks move to the upside. GameStop, we want to see break above $30 as well. RSI starting to get hot here on the weekly time frame. That is something we want to be aware of. Also, if I go ahead and pop on the Bollinger Bands, you guys can see that we're outside of the bands. So we're starting into that squeeze territory where we could see either a big pop up or we're going to have a significant pullback. So as somebody that wants to keep their head on straight, it's going to be very, very crazy if we get a 7th green week. And we could see some pullback. And when that pullback happens, it will probably be significant as we had this overall uptrend. But I believe we are using the bands of support as what we've seen here. And we could potentially see a big pop to the upside if we get past that $30 level. And again, this is why I believe shorts are in a desperate position. Okay, I don't think they want us over $30. And every time GameStop gets over 30, it really starts to make moves. Also, it's a major level of support and resistance. If we can use it as support, you're going to see a big push to the upside. And then, of course, we have the gamma ramp in play as well. If GameStop starts to move, AMC will start to move. And it looks like the meme stocks are not down for the count. So I know people are discouraged after taking that hit with the dilution. But especially on a Friday, it's crazy that it came on a Friday, y'all. The day where the gamma ramp setup would have been stupid. And telling me Adam Aaron don't work for the hedge funds. Of course he does, bro. He literally bailed him out with that. Just announcing it on a Friday, he literally bailed him out with that. So if we do see this recovery, we'll be back in good shape. I'm looking at a green week for both AMC and GME. GameStop in this overall falling wedge. GameStop most likely going to see a move back towards $29.25. If we see GameStop get above $29.25 and start to move towards $30, we could see a big pop to the upside if we break and hold 30 and secure that level as support. You can see that we had this big push up after Warren Kitty tweet. And then this consolidation, I believe that this is the final stage of breaking above and holding 30 because we already retested it, and it looks like we're forming this bullish support right underneath where we can blast above it and then use it as support and then confirm it and make another move higher. So that's what I would want to see for GameStop to confirm this move, that we could see a big push up after this overall accumulation range. We had a big push up here, then accumulated. If we break and hold 30, you can see how tight the bands are getting here on the daily time frame. We're above the blue medium line. GameStop's ready to blast off. I don't care what anybody says. The technicals are telling me that GameStop is ready to blast off. So if we confirm 30, you're going to see a big push to the upside here for GME stock. I think we're going to see that this week and get that green week that we're looking for. They are going to be fighting tooth and nail to keep us away. As far as GameStop shares available to short, so we'll go ahead and pop that on for you guys real quick. And this is at time of recording. This could change as early as Monday. But right now we have 950,000. So not a lot either for GameStop. So shorts looking like weak. They're looking weak, like their backs against the wall. And I'm feeling bullish on the memes. Now let's go ahead and go into SPY and the overall stock market. I believe SPY is actually going to get a red week this week. I believe that it was topping out in this overall uptrend that it's been in. I believe that it's topping out now. RSI started to get to the overbought territory. You can see that we've broken down out of this overall trend line, and we have now retested that as resistance. I believe that SPY is actually going to start moving to the downside. You can see RSI starting to trend down, telling us momentum is starting to fade with red MACD here on the 4-hour time frame. You could see another pop to the upside if SPY breaks and holds the levels of 608.15, but what I think most likely is going to be happening is SPY is actually going to be having a red week and start moving down towards 604.98, filling this gap fill that you see down here. So that is what I'm looking at for SPY. Stocks like NVIDIA are starting to see some bearish pressure. I know some people think they could go up forever, but we've broken down out of this rising wedge, and we have now retested this resistance here. I'm going to be watching NVIDIA as it is one of the key stocks to determine if the market will be going up or down. If NVIDIA loses the level of 141.15, you would see significant downside if it did confirm that as resistance. Right now, it is sitting above that level, trying to use it as support. That is the level I'm going to be determining if we're going to see a move down. You can see the Bollinger Bands are starting to get tight. So it looks like we're going to see some consolidation on SPY, maybe a little bit move higher, but then we're going to start to see a pullback. So what that could look like here, and I'll show you guys here using a white dotted line. So again, you want to wait for confirmation of loss of level before you really start shorting, because you could see a pop to the upside, which would hurt your call option significantly. But if you did lose the levels of, and I'll tell you here in a second, 607.35 and confirm that as resistance, you would see more downside. So again, make sure you lose these levels before confirming a short play. You never want to short SPY before you have confirmation, because you could always get these pops to the upsides before an overall rip down, and that's what SPY likes to do, confuse people and take options premium. That is SPY's job. Take your money. So you can see that SPY is probably going to get a pop to the upside here and then pull back. That's what I'm expecting for Monday. As far as what we have for data drops and things you need to watch out for, we have the almighty inflation report. This is going to be huge, and this is popping off on Wednesday. This could cause a pump or a dump in the market, but as you guys can see, the consensus and forecast is to be higher than the previous numbers. You can see that across the board as inflation starting to creep up, which most likely would put bearish pressure on SPY. And that's why I think we could see bullishness in the beginning half of the week, but then start to see bearishness in the latter half of the week. You can also see that we have PPI dropping here on Thursday as well. So that's what you need to be aware of as far as data drops. The inflation is going to be absolutely huge, and that's going to determine this overall week. By far, this is the biggest data drop. It looks like the consensus in the forecast is that inflation is going to be coming out slightly hotter than below, causing some bearish momentum for SPY, and that's going to be on Wednesday. So I do think SPY is going to be getting a red week in my personal opinion. Now let's go ahead and go into Bitcoin and crypto and tell you guys what's going on in crypto land. So we started to see the meme stocks really start to pick up. Bitcoin consolidating right underneath 100K, potentially getting that move to the upside. Still following my overall prediction that I do think Bitcoin is going to move towards at least 105, start to move higher. But basically, it needs to consolidate before seeing that move. We could see a pullback on Bitcoin, and if it did lose this levels, it would be a significant pullback. So there's something I want to warn you about. And if you do see a big drawdown, that would be a buying opportunity. In my personal opinion, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on the internet. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. But in my personal opinion, I think we could see a recovery if we did see a significant drawdown, similar to what you've seen here, how it just got bought right back up. That's what I would think you would see if you've seen a bigger pullback. It would get bought right back up. So I think we're consolidating underneath 100K, getting ready to see a move higher, in my personal opinion, and that will bring in altcoin season. Once Bitcoin goes a little bit higher, it will start to top out and then or range, and that will bring in altcoin season, and we'll see more gains for the altcoins. Now, you started to see meme coins pick up over this weekend. Meme coins kind of did over this weekend, did some numbers. XRP starting to make moves as well. We were looking at XRP earlier on the stream. XRP trying to hold that 250 level. If XRP can hold 250, you're going to start seeing it head towards a $3. So XRP is definitely a coin you want to keep on your radar. And of course, the news of the potential XRP. Again, this is not official, but the XRP spot ETF would be absolutely insane if that did come out. Okay, so we have a filing for the XRP ETF. If it did go through, that would be crazy. And we're about to get a bullish SEC, pro-crypto SEC, pro-crypto president. Crypto is going to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. I keep trying to tell people that it's far from over. In fact, I think 2025 could bring much more gains, and I'm actually being a little bit bearish on BTC and the altcoins. I think we're going to see overall all-time highs. Again, this could be a little overly bullish, but overall all-time highs on mostly all meme coins, and Bitcoin could potentially do something much bigger than what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to top out at like around 115, 110. But we don't even know some of the madness that could come with the Trump presidency and a pro-crypto SEC. So I think crypto has a very, very bright future. We've never had ETFs before. ETFs are bringing in a ton of money, a ton of new investors into the crypto space. And this is a developing industry. And this is actually a chance where people have a time to get in before institutions. Institutions are just now getting in. Retail's been in this game. So crypto, I'm trying to tell y'all that's where it's at. I'm going to be teaching everybody about crypto on this channel, showing you guys safety, how to purchase, stuff like that. So make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you're not in crypto. Hopefully I can help you get into that with some education. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum still overall following my prediction that it should be breaking out of this overall macro accumulation, which could see a push towards new all-time highs for Ethereum. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but if we come down and retest this as support and we don't go back inside of this wedge here, most likely you're going to see Ethereum go to new all-time highs. So I would expect a drawdown for Ethereum before this happens, but if we can hold above 4K, you're going to see a push towards new all-time highs for Ethereum 5, maybe even 6K or much higher. That's probably going to be later down the road when altcoin season comes. Altcoin season will start when Bitcoin dominates, and this is the easy way that anyone can look real quick. You would want to see Ethereum dominance at 14% or higher if it's an altcoin season, and you want to see Bitcoin dominance 50 to 45% or lower. It's actually much lower than that in altcoin season, but you at least want to see it at 50 to 45%, and that will determine. You can see Bitcoin dominance is starting to drop, so I think altcoin season is coming, but it is not quite there yet, and that's why if your favorite altcoin hasn't popped off, that's why there's still time, okay? Bitcoin is always the daddy. It moves first, and then the money flows into the altcoins, and then you get your altcoin seasons after people start taking profit on their Bitcoin and Bitcoin starts to range out. So this is typical of what we see on a normal season or a normal season for crypto, a normal cycle, and I expect it to be similar, if not the same, as previous cycles. We just had that halving, so that's why Bitcoin is rallying. And I think crypto is going to continue to provide opportunities. So this is what I'm looking at for crypto, Bitcoin in the overall crypto market. If you guys made it this far, man, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you want to help support the channel for absolutely free. If you're watching this video, man, I truly appreciate it. And you already know what it is, man. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate it if you watch the end of the video. So few people watch the end, and that truly helps me out a lot. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace.